Okay, welcome everybody. Meg and I are so grateful and delighted you could be with us today. I'm Jen Baradi. I'm a yoga and iRest mindfulness teacher. So I'd like to begin this session with a peaceful practice of chair yoga. If you've never practiced chair yoga, it's basically using chair as a prop. So find a stable chair. We'll be mostly seated for about 10 minutes, and feel free to modify any positions or poses, just always following the advice of any of your medical practitioners, especially for injuries. And you actually may find it comfortable. It's especially good for people who are used to sitting or at a desk all the time. And you can do it even while on the sofa. So if there's any discomfort, just rest in your seat, stand and stretch, or take a pause. Just relaxing in your chair for a moment, settling in. You can bring your palms to your heart center or just rest them on your lap. And since we're doing the Heartfelt Desire for this series, we're going to relate to the heartfelt region. In yoga, we call it heart chakra, the heart energy centers. So you can either be like this or relaxed. And maybe just start to imagine the color of green, maybe a vibrant green embracing you. It's associated with the heart. And then imagining maybe the scent of peppermint, enlivening and revitalizing. And finding the breath, the element of air, the fullness of the breath as your belly and chest rise. And then exhaling, emptying the breath. Maybe imagining the breath filling your entire body, every cell, every corner. And maybe start to build an intention around the heartfelt desire related to maybe joy, inner peace, love. And you can repeat it 3 times while I repeat one aloud for all of us. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally, not only for others, but for myself. And just remember to come back to this intention throughout your practice today. Okay, so let's start to awaken the body. Maybe interlacing your hands, and just finding movement, gentle movement in the wrist, making sure you go both directions, just several times. And our hands, they're so useful. We need them for everything. We have so many muscles. So starting to squeeze in the hands and then expanding them, working all the little muscles. Okay, good job. Bring the hands together again. We're going to extend, lengthening the neck, keeping everything else relaxed, and just breathing here. Last breath. Interlacing the hands, drawing the chin to the chest, and breathing here. In yoga, we breathe through the nose mostly, just to keep it very relaxed. And then drawing the chin back up. Wonderful. Bring the left palm to the left thigh, drawing the right ear towards the right shoulder. And we're expanding all through this side. And breathing here. Tilting slightly forward, so we're catching other parts of the neck. Should start to be feeling good. And breathe here. And coming back to center. Let's do the other side. Right palm to right thigh, left ear towards the left shoulder. And just expanding through this side. Yes. And breathing here. Tilting slightly forward and doing the other part of the neck as well. Coming back to center. Okay, so far? Making fists. We're going to shrug our shoulders, inhale, and exhale through the mouth this time. Inhale, and exhale. Hope that feels pretty good. Bring your hands to your shoulders, starting to make some movements. Maybe starting small, and growing the circles just to where it feels comfortable for you. Watching any shoulder injuries you might have. Again, doing the other direction too, little circles, big circles. Just finding movement. Okay, you can shake all of that out. Good. Okay, let's find some movement in the hips. Moving the knees back and forth. Knees come to touch and walking the feet out just to where it feels comfortable and feeling all that stretch on the outside and breathing here. And then let's do the other way. Feet walking back and then opening up. Yep, just a gentle stretch here and breathe. Great, coming back to center. Maybe doing a little twist. Bring the left palm across the body. Make sure you're holding onto your chair. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhale to twist. Yep, twisting through the hips and breathe here. Okay, exhale, come back to center. Let's do the other side. So across the body, right hand to left thigh, holding onto the chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. All right, coming back. How does that feel so far? Okay, good. So let's work on the legs a little bit. So you're going to press through the toe pads. So you're contracting the calves, lengthening the shins, and just breathing here. Relaxing everything else. Pressing through the heels, contracting the shins, expanding the calves. And then a few more times with your own pace. Okay, walking your feet out a little bit. We're going to work the feet. The feet are really important, just like the hands. Lots of little muscles. So pretend there's a twig underneath each of your toes. So you're going to hold onto that twig and push it away with your toes. Even if you're wearing shoes, you can just imagine doing that within your shoes. So grabbing the twig and then pressing it away. And a couple more times at your own pace. Okay, really good. So if you need a rest, you can just kind of relax in your seat. You can stand up, or you can do a counterbalance if you've got a stable chair. So holding on to the chair and just going the opposite direction. It's a modified bridge. It's releasing for a moment. Okay, let's flow a little bit. So holding on to the chair again, let's find alignment. So noticing your feet hip width distance, ankle under the knees, hips in line, vertebrae by vertebrae, engaging the core, all the way to the neck, chin slightly down. So this is like mountain pose. It's the beginning pose we do in yoga, but in a seated position. So just breathe here. Shoulders away from the ears. Okay, let's find cow and cat. So we're going to inhale, broadening the chest, contracting the back. This is cow. If it feels comfortable, you can gaze up even. Through the nose. Okay, and the opposite. Exhale, cat. Broadening the back, contracting the front. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. Maybe a couple more times with your own breath. Okay, coming back to neutral. Good job. We're going to do a little bit more movement here. So this one kind of looks like martial arts. We're going to ground through the left foot. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, push. Good. Everything down. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Let's do the other side. Grounding in through the right foot. Inhale, left and push. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, you can rock to release a little bit. Hope that feels pretty good. Okay, this is one of my favorites. It's doing a modified four-figured pose. So bringing your left ankle over the right thigh, pressing down with your left hand on the left thigh. Yeah, you can hold on to the chair and just breathe here. Engage the whole foot. This whole leg is engaged. And if it feels more comfortable, you can release the bottom leg a little bit or keep it aligned. A couple more breaths. Okay, holding onto the chair. Inhale to lengthen, find the stacking of the spine, and then exhale, just to a 45-degree angle perhaps, where you can feel this in your hip flexors, your legs. Shoulders are relaxed, and just breathe here. Couple more breaths. And exhale. Okay, good job. Interlacing your hands around the knees. So there's a belief that we're actually massaging the organs on this side. So you can imagine massaging the organs as you bring the leg towards your body and breathing here. Maybe 3 breaths. Okay, last breath. Inhale to lengthen, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, twist through the hips. And breathing here. Couple more breaths. And then exhale. Good job. Okay, one more thing. So you're going to bring one hand under the ankle, one hand under the calf if that's accessible for you. And just like you're rocking a baby back and forth. Feeling that opening, closing the hips. Okay. A couple more times. And then releasing it gently and just giving it some love. Okay, let's do the other side. So grounding in through that left foot, crossing with the right, taking the right hand on the right thigh and increasing that. Yeah, everything's engaged on the right foot. Finding your alignment or releasing if that's more comfortable. A couple more breaths. Okay, holding onto the bench. Inhale to lengthen, stacking the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Yep, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here. Last breath. Okay, you can inhale up. Good. Interlacing, massaging the organs on this side too. Yep, just for 3 breaths. Okay, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Breathe here for 3. All right, exhale, come back to center. Good job. If you want to take a little bit of rest here or stand up, I'm going to do the modified bridge and just release the hips a little bit. You're doing great. Okay, we're going to do one more thing for the arms and maybe broadening the chest as well. Let's come into goddess. So you're going to move your feet into this V shape and then have your hands up like in a cactus. This is like a goddess. And maybe you can start to bring back that intention you made related to love, inner peace, and joy. Yeah, feeling strong. All right, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhaling, bring the arms together. And then inhale, having them come apart. Okay, again, exhale. And inhale. Okay, one more time. Exhale. And inhale. Good job. Okay, you can bring everything back to center. And let's come back to the intention we made. Come back to your natural breath. Maybe feeling the energy flowing through your body. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally for others and myself. Good job. Thank you for practicing with me today.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Meg McSherry, if you haven't seen me before, and that was Jen Baradi. I'm the owner of Courage Health and Wellness and licensed therapist, and iRest really works nicely with our philosophy here because we focus on evidence-based proven tools and strategies and treatments, and iRest is one of those things. But before I talk more about that, love to hear any of your thoughts and comments about the chair yoga. We just added this as a new offering piece. And so there'll also be time at the end to share any thoughts, comments, or observations. So you can take a moment to do that now, or at the end if you can stay for a few moments. And iRest was developed by Dr. Richard Miller. He was asked by Walter Reed Medical to come in and use iRest with veterans, the military, which did work very well, particularly with PTSD. But also, he noticed in his work and research that it was helpful for any type of negative thoughts, emotions, and even chronic pain. So it's a real gift, I think, to be able to use this, be exposed to it. And I couldn't be more thrilled that Jen is doing this for us. Jen and I met a little bit ago at a iRest intensive training. And you've heard me probably say this before, but I knew right away that Jen and I shared a genuine compassion and desire to really help people. And so I knew she'd be the perfect person to ask to do the iRest practice for us. She has been practicing yoga for 20 years. And as you can see, she's become a really great instructor as well. And also with iRest. So right now, like before, if you found it helpful to grab something to write with, for the guided practice, Jen's going to take us through in just a moment. Go ahead and do that. And also at the bottom, there is the Q&A. If you need to reach out to me during the practice, I'll be here and always able to monitor that. Hey, Jen.
Hi, thank you so much for that. So let's start with the heartfelt desire. The mission that life has sent you on during your lifetime. Whatever you call it, it's the feeling within yourself that's moving you forward. So as you tune into your life's mission, your heartfelt desire, you're able to hardwire new patterns and habits into the unconscious mind. As you recall and practice your heartfelt desire more and more, you're able to catch your usual reactions, feelings, thoughts, or actions. You respond in new ways that serve and support you. So going back to tuning into heartfelt desire, I used to call them goals. When I was in my 20s, during summer backpacking trip through Europe, maybe some of you have traveled like this, it's so life-changing. I was in Rome and we were able to stay with my eldest cousin, Sister Alice. She was in her 50s and very wise. On our last night, as I shared my plans of teaching in Asia, Sister Alice gave me counsel about the importance of being extra sensitive and respectful to people and culture. That stayed with me, developing my goals at that time, of being open while in this new country, welcoming whatever was offered to me, and also being of service as a teacher. Over time, I continued making and achieving goals of travel, certificates and studies, relationships. Now moving forward 20 years, learning more about mindfulness practice, I discovered something more powerful than my list of goals that I just checked off. I discovered my why in the world for this lifetime, repeating it over and over, little and often. My heartfelt desire. I greatly serve my body, energy, mind, and spirit, and I am of great service. It's why I devote my time and energy to learning and teaching yoga and mindfulness. It's kept me on my path, and I've caught myself wavering or worrying. It's what helped me meet my challenges, including repatriating back home after decades abroad, actively finding ways to contribute and serve through teaching in public schools and in organizations, and developing loving relationships, not only with others, but with myself. So heartfelt desire, you can define it in the way that's most meaningful for you. Heartfelt mission, heartfelt path, heartfelt purpose, deepest longing, contribution, purpose for this lifetime, motivating, supporting and strengthening within you this deep felt sense of meaning, purpose, and value. So let's consider questions as we develop our heartfelt desire or mission. What are my patterns of service, volunteering, and work? What are my unique interests, abilities, skills? What have people appreciated in me over my lifetime? What would I happily do for free if I could? So you need your pencil and paper for this. Now, listing your answers might help to visualize and feel as well. Perhaps patterns you've noticed, working with machines or people in nature, with food. Maybe some interests or skills, solving problems, writing or drawing, being musical, being active, athletic, being great with children or seniors. Maybe people have told you and appreciated that you never give up, you communicate well, you're a good listener, compassionate, you make them smile. And if you could happily work for free, which I'm grateful and glad that I'm doing this right now, what would you be doing and creating? Welcoming whatever naturally comes to you without analyzing, fixing, or changing. Remembering you have beyond this practice to continue to develop this list. So I'm just going to give you a few moments now to consider and complete this as best as you can. So which feel the most important to you? Take time to sense and connect with your body and mind, each thing you've listed. You might put stars or even number ones that are most important or mean the most to you. Perhaps noticing what brings a smile, a wave of happiness. Maybe your heart beats a bit stronger. So which ones on your list might help you create your heartfelt desire? And I'll give you a little moment to do that. So you don't have to use exactly anything you circle. It can be a theme or values emerging from what's most important to you. We're going to be building a sentence or a statement or phrase, noting that our unconscious mind comprehends info most effectively in the present tense, concrete, using principal senses, seeing, hearing, sensations, and feelings. So we can deeply embed, hardwire within us our heartfelt desire. And just keeping in mind, we will continue this heartfelt desire next week as well. So just taking a few moments to now circle some words or phrases to develop your statement that represents your heartfelt desire. So to keep moving forward with this mission that your life has sent you, recall, experience, practice your heartfelt desire, mission or path, deepest longing, contribution, purpose for this lifetime, or whatever you want to call it. By practicing little and often, every morning, throughout the day, or every night, as long as it takes you to brush your teeth or to get ready in the morning or for bedtime, as long as you want it to be, at any time to get all of these benefits. So I'd like to invite all of you to experience an iRest, Integrative Restoration, Guided Mindfulness Practice. You may want to keep something to write with close by in case any insights arise. You'll be guided by my voice, positioning your body to be comfortable and at ease, laying down, sitting, standing up, or moving. And if you fall asleep or stay completely alert, that's both fine. Coming as you are, and just welcoming about 20 minutes of this iRest guided practice. We'll be focusing on the inner resource, heartfelt desire, with some body scanning and breath scanning. And as I invite your inner resource, which you may have developed during our last series, You're welcome to visualize and use your own words and imagery, or welcome what I offer. If you experience any discomfort, you can open your eyes, ground your feet firmly, find movement, and Meg will be here with us, so you can connect with her if you need to. Settling into a comfortable resting position, eyes open or closed. Completely trusting the surfaces you're resting on. Letting go. Welcome caress of air on the skin. Any sounds inside or outside of the room. Make any adjustments to bring calm, ease, and well-being throughout your body and mind. Experience your inner resource, a safe haven, refuge that helps you feel secure, safe, loved. Using your five senses, allowing it to become fully alive. Perhaps a place in nature, sitting in a garden with beautiful floral scent. Gorgeous colors. Smell of fresh cut grass. Beaming sunshine and a light breeze. Perhaps an imagined place. Sitting on a cloud. Weightless and floating. Wind and vibrant sunshine. Or a memory. Being held or holding a loved one. Their gentle heartbeat. Their natural familiar scent. Warmth and textures of clothing. Perhaps words. Love. Joy. inner peace. Words bringing calm. And a felt sense. Perhaps relaxation of the jaw. Release of the shoulders. Emanating from the heart. Deep breath in the body. Recognize and affirm that you can come back to your inner resource at any time in your everyday life and during your practice of iRest. Whenever you feel the need for being secure, safe, and loved, imagine now you are at the end of your days. Looking back upon your life with a sense of wonder and accomplishment. What did you appreciate most during your life? What were your greatest achievements? At home, out in the world. With loved ones. For yourself. Are there life experiences, desires that might have brought challenge, ease, that you would go back in time to fulfill? Now imagine yourself going back in time. Fully living these experiences, desires, as though in the present moment. Using your senses and emotions. Embedding them in your mind and memory. Now, once again, look back upon your life. Is there a common thread or theme to your heartfelt desires? Revealing itself as your life's purpose or mission. Your deepest longing, contribution, purpose. That you wish to embody, express more than anything else during your lifetime. Giving your life a sense of purpose and meaning. Experiencing and affirming the felt sense of your heartfelt desire as true in this moment. As you're ready, lay it aside, welcoming how it reappears at the end of your iRest practice or in your daily life. Allowing my words to be your words as your attention floats through your body. Without thinking, jaw and mouth, nose, ears, eyes and forehead, arms, palms, and fingers, torso and pelvis, legs, feet, and toes. Trusting our direct experience as we sense into the unified body. And the felt sense of your inner resource of calm and well-being. Attention resting on the body, breathing itself. Sensing the fullness of the body as the breath flows in, emptying of the body as breath flows out. Changing sensations, revealing unchanging awareness. Imagine going about your daily life, awareness awake and aware of itself, sensing and affirming how in each moment you always know the perfect and precise response to each situation in your life. Taking your time now as you transition back into your waking life. Welcome sensations of textures, surfaces you're resting on. Caress of air on the skin. Any sounds inside or outside of the room. When it feels right, opening and closing your eyes several times. Finding movement, wiggling fingers and toes. All the while allowing the felt sense of your inner resource to remain with you as you move back now into your everyday life. Coming fully back to your eyes, wide awake. Alert and grateful for taking this time for yourself in the practice of iRest. Thank you for being with us for this first part of Calming Toolkit, Lead with Your Heart.
Thank you, Jen. That was wonderful, as always. So if you do have a moment to let us know observations, thoughts, what you liked about practice today, what you thought about the chair yoga, and um, don't forget that we have our email contacts below as well. If you would rather talk with us that way, you can do that as well. So just give a moment for any comments or thoughts or questions. So as always, Jen, there's some thank yous and gratitudes for the practice for today. One person said that they sit a lot and that they really like the yoga piece. Some more comments too about the inner resource, and if for those of you all that have been using some of the practices you've been with us for the last few weeks, what have you been using in small pieces or more lengthier? We'd really like to hear how you've been using some of the parts of from the practice. Another thank you. Yes, I agree. Jen's voice is very very calming and peaceful. Jen, I have to say you're definitely I think in line with your heartfelt desire in this work. I know you mentioned to that earlier, but I certainly think you've got all the right tools and skills, including your tone. That's really great to give this practice. Using iRest to help to get to sleep at night is very helpful. Another person mentioned. So thank you for all of your comments and how you've been using the practice. So have a great weekend, everyone, and we hope to see you next Thursday. Bye.